I started a second character on Subtler Fugitive's GTA Online PC account with the expressed intention of winning 50 races so that I could unlock all of the car mods at Los Santos Customs while doing it in as few races as possible. Alright, so I'm starting another playlist. No more Rockstar verified races. Maybe, we'll see. So I get a good start on this one. Way out in the lead. And they both lose it on the first turn. Usually that means the race is over. And the race is over. So, an easy win. That last loss kind of bugged me. That first loss, I should say. Shouldn't. I mean, that's a good ratio. So I'm always worried that they're going to try to take me out in the front, so I just kind of let them go. Either let them go, or they take you out and go anyway. A lot of times there are close calls, like the one we had back there on that one turn, where anybody else would just ram right into you. So the Fugitive is doing pretty good against the Super Diamond, even though the Super Diamond should have better top speed on the long straights that we have here. Again, I'm just trying not to get discouraged and wait for them to make a mistake. Which I'm not certain is going to happen. So I might have to get creative and find a place to do an overtake. See now, I didn't do that to you. Still, if you have a little bit of stick control and a little bit of luck, you can survive like I did just there. So now I'm worried. So I take the corner and I glide and I screw it up. So this is where I'm done playing. Sometimes you just have to stay out of the way. Hope for the best. See, I could have gone for a takeout on him right there. If it had been me, he would have done it to me. So I get him on the corner. Swerve to avoid hitting that telephone pole. That throws him off a little bit. I was hoping he was going to hit it, and it would have been the race. So my main concern are these long straights, because no matter how good I am on the corners, there doesn't seem to be enough of them. And he just keeps coming. But between the right-hand turns and curb boosting a little bit, I'm able to stay in the lead, it seems. Although he is catching me up. Alright, final lap. So this has probably been one of the best battles I've had. There's only been a couple of these wins that I've really earned. The rest I kind of just took. Or was gifted them, more appropriately, I would say. Alright, so here we go again. New crew. Sports cars on Dorset Drive. So those guys screw up on the first couple of turns there, and that's pretty much all she wrote. I decide to sit and wait till 4 minutes comes, if I can. And I see that guy getting up, and I'm like, oh, is it going to work? Yes, let's do it. Okay. So yeah, that was more of a gift than a earned win. Except we all got the same cars except for the oh no. Cyrus. So that guy tries to take me out. I like guys who try to take you out but end up taking themselves out instead. So I don't know if he's trying to block me or take me out. I can't always tell. But when you end up wrecking me, I assume you're trying to take me out. That's a bad turn. It's usually a good turn to have people screw up on. And that didn't even affect him at all. It's not like I was trying to take him out, but... That is another thing to consider when you are trying to win races is I chose the class for this. And most people like to race supercars or sports. So if you choose a class that's not super sports, you may end up being more competitive if you have raced vehicles from that class enough, practice with them, and your opponents haven't. Even if it's just from knowing which car to choose. In custom races, sometimes people may not have a custom vehicle in that class, and they'll have to choose a stock car. Usually those people would just leave the lobby and not join the race. So I'm trying to keep my head cool and not lose any more time than I am losing to this guy. You notice I'm not getting any fastest lap times like I was on the previous video, if you watched the previous video. Well, not the previous, the last time we ran cutting corners, I mean. It was actually 2 videos ago, I believe. So really what I'm trying to do is not make mistakes and keep pressure on the leader here, hoping that that will cause them to make a mistake. It's a good strategy that will work. It works a lot of the time. I know it works on me. So now we're coming up on some back marker, on a back marker here, and I just freak out. And I try to go around the trees so I don't run into them and end up hitting the tree instead. And lose a bunch of time because of it. Whereas if I had managed to navigate that correctly, I might have gotten an overtake, potentially, as the person in the lead had to deal with the back marker. And as sloppy as that was, I caught up a bit. Sloppy. So it's a pretty close finish. But my second loss. So that's now 21 wins and 2 losses, I believe. Off onto the sidewalk strat that I like to use, just to avoid anybody trying to crash me off at the start. Oh, sloppy. So trying to defend, block, and he spins me out. But then he waits for me. So that was kind of interesting. But I'm a little wary. I'm not sure if he was actually letting me go or if he was just trying to do a better takeout on a second pass. So I just let him go ahead of me and hope that they make a mistake. They're a little sloppy, so I can get the overtake on the inside. Yeah. So, one lap and I'm into the lead. Oh, mistakes. That's the thing, is to not get too overconfident and careless when you're in the lead. So he screwed up on that corner back there. And then I get the win. Woohoo. So he sticks around. And we get another person to join in. So I get out in front. Now this is dipping in, so usually this first right turn is a problem for people. And it looks like the guy that was right on my butt had a little bit of a problem coming through it. Yeah. So second place, he doesn't almost catch me, but he stays at least within range here for a while. And I start getting a little nervous, I guess, about making mistakes. So I make mistakes. It's usually what happens. Just try not to think about it. But yeah, try not to think about going into that wall right there on that turn. And then this section's always a little tricky. Until you're used to it. It's horrible with traffic. If traffic were on, I would have hit at least 3 vehicles by now. Just through that one section. So yeah, so we basically maintain the same gap for the rest of the race. And I take the win. Alright, so 7th race of this 7-race playlist. Currently 23 wins for 2 losses. So I get out in front. This is one of those races where once you get out in front, as long as you don't make any mistakes, it's really kind of difficult for people to catch up to you. There's so many high-speed areas. And he went flying. Yeah, that little transition there up the hill is deadly for a lot of people. and another easy win. So that puts me at 24 wins and 2 losses. And that's 20, yeah, so yeah. Almost halfway there. Beautiful thing.